That's right, baby. We are ranking every Magic Kingdom ride. And just like that, the #1 ride at Magic Kingdom is the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Actually, we're going to be starting backwards. And yes, at the very bottom of the list, the most dookie ride in Magic Kingdom is going to be Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Before I roast it, it is important to let you know how we're going to be grading all these rides today. We will be using 5 elements: theming / immersion, repeatability, excitement, era relevance, and significance. So without further ado, let's begin. Yes, it is Magic Carpet of Aladdin. It's just one of those rides that are kind of pointless, doesn't feel Disney at all. It feels like they just ordered it on Alibaba and just placed it right there, roller coaster tycoon style. So yeah, it's a poor man's Dumbo. It's a ride that even if it's 20 minutes, you're probably gonna walk by it. I don't know. Repeatability, it's, moving on. The Barnstormer, one of the quickest roller coasters ever. Yeah. Theming and immersion, it's fine. Feels like you're going through a barn. I don't want to come off as a Goofy hater. I'm the biggest Goofy movie fan. I would love a Goofy movie ride coaster somewhere in the park. I thought they were going to change Rock and Roller Coaster to Powerline Coaster. Great, but they didn't do that, so whatever. But yeah, Barnstormer is just, I don't know, very mid. Next, Mad Tea Party. This is an iconic ride that is very low. This ride makes me sick. I feel very dizzy when I ride it. I never throw up or anything, but it just makes me wheezy. The reason why it is so low on this list is because of those facts. The reason why it's not dead last is because it's pretty iconic. Tomorrowland Speedway. I'm gonna get flamed for this one, but I do not like this ride. I avoid it at all costs. It's so slow, so bumpy. It smells so bad. It is very loud. I do not get any enjoyment out of it. The one thing I do like about it is the views of Tomorrowland, because Tomorrowland is my favorite land. Kids want to drive it, adults don't want to drive it. It's a dated concept. I wish they update it. I think nostalgia is keeping it alive for all of you guys. But yeah, it's ranked pretty low. Astro Orbiter. Unfortunately, Tomorrowland gets hit again. It's a futuristic design at the time. No, it's fine. It's cool at night. At night, it's pretty fun. It's basically like Dumbo, but higher thrills. I do put Dumbo higher. I'll explain in a minute. It's very like uncomfortable. That's just the main thing. Like the seats are horrible. Okay, moving on. Dumbo. Dumbo does make it to this tier. Dumbo makes it a C tier. This is a classic Disney spinner, but it's still low. I think, once again, nostalgia helps, but for era relevance, this was a big deal. Kind of. It's just it's a kid's ride. It's very simple though. I don't have a lot of negative things to say about it. It's a ride. It is perfectly average. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Fun shooter ride. Needs an upgrade. Oh yeah, it is getting upgraded. So maybe that'll change the list a little bit in the future. 100 likes for part 2. Update it. But yeah, I'm gonna rank it how it was when I last wrote it, like a month ago. It feels very dated. It feels like a bunch of plastic and cardboard, and I don't really like the guns. They don't feel satisfying when I pull the trigger. I think in other parks like Toy Story Mania, I think they're better. I do like how this one is a lot more physical display, but it doesn't really help. Also, the tunnel is ridiculous. Overall, average. The People Mover. This is the most, I think we could all agree as Disney fans, we probably rode this more than anything else. More than anything else. I call this the most chill ride, not only in Disney World, but of all time. I obviously can't rank it high because of that, but it's right in the middle of that pit of rides where I think are just fine. It's relaxing, it's scenic, endlessly re-rideable, great Tomorrowland views and narration. If I had to nitpick, I think it could be a little more engaging, but that's just kind of the shtick it's going for. It's just supposed to be chill, so I'm gonna just keep it in this tier, so it's fine. Carousel Progress. I almost don't want to rank shows. I'm not gonna rank this. I'm not gonna rank shows. It doesn't count. It's a small world. You either love it or you hate it. I'm right in the middle again. It's very iconic. It's pretty outdated too. Air significance will help it this time. I just don't like the repetitiveness of the ride. As I've grown older and now I'm a grumpy adult man, I get very upset when I hear this song over and over, but as a kid I loved it, so I'm conflicted. I'll keep it right here though. Walt Disney World Railroad. I think the best part about this railroad is how atmospheric it is. It is just a train and it just takes you places, but I do like a train ride. Like it is something like I get a little giddy about even as an older lad. That nice classic train aesthetic and narration, the relaxing loop makes it worth multiple rides. Calm, not thrilling, which is, makes sense. And yeah, it's a very Walt Disney ride. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh almost went higher, but this is missing that final element. I can't explain it, but regardless, it's a fun kids ride. It's ranked this high anyways because it has one of my favorite ghost effects. I believe it's Pepper Ghost effect where Winnie's floating. Honestly, that's a highlight of ride. Everything else is just your typical storytelling Disney ride, and it's good. It's fun. I leave with a smile. So Winnie the Pooh, good, but not great. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to the B tier. It's a high tier. At this point, all these rides are pretty great, and if not great, maybe I just like them more, but they're all great. They're all good. You'll agree with these. Starting off is Under the Sea. Under the Sea was a personal choice for me. I love the Disney Renaissance. The Disney Renaissance is my favorite aspect of Disney culture or Disney history. That from 1989 to 2000, that stretch is goated. So a ride for kids that's just based on the first movie in that Renaissance, one of the most important, most significant movies of the Renaissance, Under the Sea, is going to be ranked high. And also, it's just a fun ride. Ursula animatronic, best animatronic in Disney, at least top 3. The theming is great. The Under the Sea part, I don't like as much. That's why it's not super high on this tier alone. I think they could have done a little better, but it's a kid's ride. And yeah, I got not much to say about this one, so moving on. Jungle Cruise. It was hard to rank this because I didn't really ride it as much as when I was younger, so nostalgia definitely didn't help with this ranking for Jungle Cruise, and it was tough, but I rode it recently. I do love the charm of it. I like how the jokes are a little different each time. I think that's a really fresh experience about Jungle Cruise. It makes Adventureland what it is. It's probably one of the funniest rides. I don't know. And the environment is just super awesome. I love looking around and noticing different details each time. So yeah, Jungle Cruise, good job. Peter Pan's Flight, the most charming 2 minutes in a park, if you could wait 70 minutes. I like this ride though, very imaginative, air relevance. I do like when you go over London and you look down. I think that's a really cool part of the ride. I like the sets of this ride. I like how it looks. It's a very aesthetically pleasing ride. Peter Pan, do your thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This got ranked low before all the Tiana Bayou fans start typing aggressively on the keyboard. Let me just make my point. It's still ranked really high. It's ranked pretty freaking high. The fresh retheme with lively characters and music feels new, and I'm usually okay with new, but Splash's epicness is missed. It's kind of a touchy subject, and it kind of sucks because I will say Princess and the Frog is one of my favorite 2000 movies. Like, it's better than Chicken Little. It's better than Meet the Robinsons is good too. No, Princess and the Frog is the best 2000s movie. I'll stand on that. I'm not including Pixar because Pixar there's a couple that I really like Ratatouille, Incredibles. I'm talking strictly Disney. Princess and the Frog is the best 2000 movies. I don't like this ride as much though. I think there's some questionable scenes that really pull me out. I think there's a lot of dead area in the ride. And this is the final one. This is the deal breaker for me putting this ride even higher. It's because the Voodoo Master himself is not in the ride, and they could have done so many creative things about him, Dr. Facilier, but no, they didn't add him, so whatever. I do like how they added a little John Goodman, though, like at the end, you have to like squint your eyes, so whatever. Lewis is like one of my favorite animatronics. I like seeing Lewis, and I'm glad he's in a lot of parts of the ride when he's working. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I miss Splash Mountain more, and that's why this ride is low. And yeah, I think it's my opinion. It's my video. What are you gonna do about it? Seven Dwarfs Mine Train also went down over the years. This is a family coaster that blends thrills with storytelling. Short lengths keep it out of A tier. I wish this ride was longer. It's just a little too short for my liking. The ride builds up, gives you a couple fast turns, shows you the dwarf singing, then boom, it's over. Before it even hits full stride, here's the other problems with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The story just feels incomplete. You end before the villain even enters the house. What kind of bullcrap is that? Face mapping technology too didn't age that good to me. I rode Frozen the other day. They just look like they have TV heads. At the time, I thought this was revolutionary. Now I can see the issues with it. But it's, it's baby's first Thunder Mountain. That's all I could say. And finally, we are in A tier. We are finally here. A tier is masterpieces. This rides that will forever be recognized as peak Imagineering and creativity. Rides that feel like moving art pieces. These will be remembered. These are A tier rides. Starting with Pirates of the Caribbean. Classic Disney magic, animatronics, the atmosphere, true staple of Adventureland. It checks every box with flying colors. I love the mystery, danger, humor. It works because it makes you feel like a kid again, living out the fantasy of being a pirate. Jack Sparrow's role and the lesson of the ride is to make piracy look fun enough to draw you in, while showing you that it's never stable, never noble, and sometimes never ends. Well, heck, even the pirates at the very end of the ride are a visual consequence of being a pirate. And see, I like rides that have just great storytelling. Not cheap thrills, rides that you'll always remember. These are bars. The fact that Jack Sparrow is the human version of the ride's warning that adventure comes with a cost, it's rides like that will stick with you forever. And yeah, that's what it brings to the table. So, Pirates of the Caribbean, 42 out of 50. Tron Light Cycle Run. So, I never rode Tron Cycle Run until last month, so I'm a little overzealous of it. I don't know where to rank it because I really like Tron Light Cycle Run. I don't know how re-rideability is. I'm assuming it's gonna be good because it's a thrill ride. It is very quick. That's why it's not like super high, like in the top 3, but it is still very good. It gave me Cosmic Rewind vibes. When I got off the coaster, I was like puzzled for 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my goodness, where do I rank this? And yeah, I'm okay with this ranking. It hits everything pretty good. And the reason why I gave it high for era relevance is because it's unique enough to transcend that. I think it is not boring. And what I mean by boring, I mean like it's not just like a normal coaster. This is a very unique coaster if you haven't rode it already. And it's because of the design. Like you on a bicycle, belly to the floor, gliding through a computer. It's good. It's super good. Definitely the most thrilling ride. So yeah. But it's not as good as its original, Space Mountain. Yes, Space Mountain is still better than Tron. It is very janky. It is very dark. It hurts your back. It's more scary. And yet, all of those qualities is why it makes it better. It's a real thrill ride. You feel like you're in danger. That is something that a lot of rides don't get correctly, but Space Mountain does. It feels like your head will be chopped off. And back in the 70s, this was a huge deal. This was the first indoor coaster. That alone puts it so high up because it's revolutionary. Even to this day, people will love to ride this. The lines will be long. It is very unpredictable. You don't know when you're going to turn or dip. It is Space Mountain. Moving on. And the final ride on A tier is the upgraded version of Seven Dwarfs, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's fast, it's fun, it has that western charm. It's the perfect mix of thrill and theme. The theming is immaculate. I like riding it in the day, I like riding it at the night. The turns, the dips. This ride was a big deal back then. It'll probably still be a big deal to people who never rode it in the future. It's just one of those rides that just get everything correct. It is one of my favorites, and that's why it got a 45 out of 50. And that's the list. Thank you for watching. Oh, that's right. S tier. When I say A tier or masterpieces, S tier is a masterpiece. A crowning achievement. Dare I say, the magnum opus of Disney World, and we all know what it is. This is the ultimate Disney ride. Creepy, funny, iconic, and timeless. Haunted Mansion is not just a ride. It is art on wheels. Best queues, one of the best queue rooms. Every sound, smell, and a bit of lighting is perfect and is part of the story. It defined what a Disney ride could be. It was one of Walt Disney's last projects, and he personally approved its tone before he died. It proved that theme park rides could be cinematic experiences, not just roller coasters. Nearly every dark ride that came after, from Pirates of the Caribbean to Rise of the Resistance, owes something to Haunted Mansion's blueprint. The beauty of Haunted Mansion is that it never needs to explain itself. There's no single story, just fragments, clues, whispers of tragedy and humor. It's a living riddle, and every guest interprets it a little different, and that's what's beautiful about it. That's why people ride it hundreds of times, because every trip feels personal. The illusions are timeless. They don't rely on screens or cheap jump scares. They rely on craftsmanship, lighting, theater magic, to the point where it feels supernatural. The Haunted Mansion is the purest expression of what Walt Disney Imagineering was meant to be. Creativity without restraint, technology serving storytelling, and fear balanced perfectly with wonder. It's whimsical. It's not the fastest ride, it's not the flashiest, but it's the most complete, most poetic, and most human. It is the best ride in Magic Kingdom. Thank you for watching. I will probably do Epcot next. I'd have a lot of things to say. And then Hollywood, then Animal, because Animal will be the shortest video because there's like not a lot of rides going on right now. But anyways, also subscribe, please. Once again, I am asking for you guys to subscribe.